doing something for others. I promise you, if you do that, you will be rewarded in self-satisfaction beyond what you have ever imagined. Congratulations again, and good luck to you.
I would now like to introduce our student speaker, Sterling Nicholas Jones. Nick graduates today with 2 BAs, one in sociology and one in American multicultural studies. During his SSU years, Mr. Jones was an active member of the Black Scholars United, tutored elementary students on Black History Month, and created a scholarship program for BSU members. He's led campus tours and spoke at several recruitment workshops for high school students and highlighted the Young Black Scholars program. He is a native of Inglewood, one of the cities bordering Los Angeles. Mr. Jones will admit it was a difficult time adapting to Sonoma County from the urban LA area, but shares these challenges have been life learning lessons. Please join me in welcoming Sterling Nicholas Jones.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, graduates and family, scholars and guests. We gather here today to honor the academic achievements of the class of 2009. In tribute to them, I would like to ask the academic staff and audience to come together in applause. I begin my speech with my acknowledgments. To my mother, although sports may have been my passion, you always stressed that education would guide my future. Thank you. To my father, had it not been for your influential presence in my life, I truly believe I would have fallen to the same traps that plague black men like me all over this country. Thank you. I would also like to thank Jasmine Jones and Marquita Lamberth. Had it not been for them, I do not think I would be here delivering a speech at such a prestigious ceremony. Thank you, Cabrina Boyd, for your nomination, and Andre Bailey for your guidance throughout my SSU career. Clap it up for them, too. Clap it up for them, too. Never in my wildest dreams did I, as a child, believe that I would ever receive the opportunity to speak at a college graduation. You see, I come from a different place, probably the opposite extreme of Sonoma State University. I come from a place where drive-bys and shootouts are not uncommon, but a place where fathers and positive role models are uncommon. I come from a place where at 22 years of age, many of my childhood peers are either dead or in jail. I come from a place with few trees, the literal definition of the concrete jungle. I come from the most densely populated county in the U.S., Los Angeles County, the city of Inglewood, AKA the city of champions. The drastic difference between my hometown and this area will make my experience here one I will never forget. I still can remember my first trip to Rohnert Park in August 2005. I remember thinking to myself, this school is in the middle of a god-dang forest, and what is that smell, that infamous Sonoma aroma? I remember looking at the people and saying to myself, wow, I've never seen so many white people in one place before. Culture shock immediately set in, and at times it was too much to handle. Now, I know some of you may think this to be a bit politically incorrect, but just for a second, just imagine if you came to my hometown and the culture shock you might feel in a city where there are no white people in sight, in a place where the actual demographics are 47% Hispanic, 47% black, 3% Asian, 3% other, and 0% white. Where I come from, white people are something you either see on TV or you take a 20-mile drive to Torrance or Westwood to go see in person. I came here and the reverse was true. You won't see any black people here unless you take a 45-minute drive to the other side of the Richmond Bridge. That is something I had to adapt to. But even more than the smell, the trees, and the white people, something else I will never forget is the weather. My first year here, it rained from late September to early April, and 27 days in March. My second year here, I stayed over winter break. What a mistake that was. I'll never forget the first time I had to go to work and it was 23 degrees outside. You see, I was an LA boy. I wasn't used to the rain, and before that, I thought 65 degrees was cold. Finally, on a serious note, I will never forget the police harassment I faced in this area from the Roanoke Park PD, SSU PD, and Cotati PD. I'd be pulled over on my way to class, on my way to work, on my way to get something to eat. In 2006, there was a span I was pulled over 7 times in 10 days. And in 2007, one of the graduates might remember, there was a time we were stopped at gunpoint because we fit a particular description while walking through the dorms. Yet still, instead of being bitter about my experiences or spiteful, I choose to use my experience here as motivation. By evidence of me speaking before you today, I am truly confident that I can go anywhere in the world. And regardless of how different that place might be from my past experiences, I can go there and succeed. Ten years from now, I know most of you may not remember my story, nor will you remember my name. At best, a few of you might remember me, or simply that the little guy with the green eyes spoke at graduation. But if you remember anything, remember this. The most important keys to success in your life are the abilities to adapt, change, and grow. This is the most vital thing I learned coming and staying here at SSU. You cannot sit stagnant in your comfort zone. Growing pains are a part of life. It's how we develop as humans. Although your experiences may be different than mine, we've all had to adapt, change, and grow in some way. As I conclude my speech, students, think about some of the ways you've changed and grown through your career at SSU. Some of you have changed your study habits to keep up with the fast-paced curriculum of the college atmosphere. Some of you adapted to life as a full-time student and a full-time employee, and others juggled these two obligations somehow with being a full-time parent, overcoming some of the most overwhelming odds. Yet still others of you saw your beer pong game grow tremendously and still can remember the first time you made the last shot on the last cup at that late night party. But whatever your experience is here, by evidence of your attire, the cap and gowns you wear, by evidence of where you're at today, a college graduation, I am telling you, we've all had to change, adapt, and grow in order to succeed. Use these tools throughout your life, for they will be incredibly valuable as you accomplish your dreams. Congratulations to the class of 2009. This is truly a moment of honor for all of us. Live good, live strong, live free, and continue to follow the light that guides you.
Well done. Very well done. Thank you, Nick, for your very inspiring and practical message. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you throughout life because I think you are destined for positions of leadership, and I hope you continue tied to this university. We're honored to have our speaker today, Mr. Henry Rollins. Best known to most of you as the frontman of the punk rock band Black Flag and Rollins Band, Mr. Rollins is taking the stage not just as a musician, but as a speaker all over the world. Mr. Rollins has become an outspoken human rights activist and frequently speaks out on social justice on his spoken word tours and promotion of equality. During the 2003 Iraq War, he started touring the United States with the United States Service Organization, the USO, to entertain